Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join in holy matrimony. Katie and Andy. Boy, it felt great to say that. I have known Katie her entire life, and it has been a pleasure watching her grow up from a very cute little girl into an accomplished physician in the U.S. Navy. Those of you who have known Andy for his entire life have had a similar experience, and I'm very impressed with his accomplishments as well.
Katie decided early on she didn't want a boring career. I have a feeling that somewhere along the line, Andy made the same decision. Katie had decided to become a doctor, not just any doctor, but an emergency room doctor, because anything other than machete wounds at 3 o'clock in the morning was boring. And she's followed through on that. And managed to be valedictorian of her medical school. Her mother and I could not have been prouder. I won't go into the life she has lived afterwards, the lives she's saved, the people she has helped. But I will note that her greatest achievement is winning Andy Peters.
My sweet Andy, countless times throughout my life, I have thought of you, my future husband. When I talked to God, I prayed that you would be happy, that you would know that I was here thinking of you. I want you to know I have loved you before I ever met you. From the moment we started to get to know each other, I knew that you were the real deal. You have been making me feel cherished and pursued from the very first moment.
I remember that first conversation we had one night on my first deployment. It was so easy to talk to you, and I enjoyed every single moment of that phone call. I quickly learned how special you were. I could tell that you were very genuine and honest by the things you said, and that you were sweet and caring by how you said them. I knew right after hanging up that I was in trouble. I'll never forget how lucky I was to have met you back then, and today I know how incredibly fortunate I am to marry you.
During Katie's deployment, I remember talking to her any chance that I got. And we were mostly talking about Andy. It was the happiest thing we could talk about. And I just remember her really vividly describing him with such pride and genuine respect. And I learned more about Andy while we were having those talks, and that they have a strong faith that unites them, and they both have a quiet humility in light of their incredible careers and a sense of duty. So they are both just so incredibly thoughtful with each other. They're so easy to root for and to adore.
Andy honored me with the best man title tonight, but the truth is, he's the best man that I know. From the very first moment, Andy was genuine to the core from day one. I've seen Andy in some of the darkest, hardest days, full of adversity, and witnessed his endless personal sacrifice and suffering to help those around him. People say you're either a lover or a fighter. Andy has a heart of gold. He's certainly a lover, but don't ever question if he's ready for hard days. When they come, you're always going to have a fighter by your side.
Wow. Wow, you are so beautiful. Avoiding the makeup.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry.
I pretty much knew right away that Katie and Andy would stay together. And it wasn't because I could know Andy so well, it was because how Katie was with Andy. You know, she was happy and relaxed and comfortable, and, you know, all the things you pray your daughter will feel for her beloved.
You are the most amazing person I've ever met. You're also the smartest person I've ever known. You're such a hard worker. You care about doing things the right way and never cut any corners. Along with all of those qualities, you are honest, considerate, loving, forgiving, hardworking, kind, and strong. These are just some of the things I love about you on an ever-growing list.
You have a quiet strength that has held me together in my lowest moments. You are my love, my teacher, and my protector. Most of all, I want to thank you for being my closest friend. I am so proud to become your wife, Andy Peters. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you.
Now, by the power vested in me, I here pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
From the moment Katie entered the picture, I knew one day I'd eventually be giving this speech. And the memory of Andy was Andy's returning home from deployment. And I asked him, hey, do you want to ride from the airport? And he's like, no, I've got one. I'm like, all right, who's this other dude? What's his name? And he responds to me, he's like, no, her name is Katie. And fast forward about 3 more weeks before I actually get to see him again. And he looks at me and he says, she's it, she's the one. True story. Andy knew immediately.
Andy, I've been praying for you, the man Katie's marrying today, off and on for most of your life, and just as I prayed for her. So I'm just happy to add you to the family today.
Tonight, I look at the angel pudding, and I see in her place a beautiful and self-confident woman, of whom I am far prouder than I could ever say, and whom I love deeply. With her, I see a gentleman who clearly loves her, a man whom she loves with all her heart. Mr. and Mrs. Andy Peters, may today be the worst day of the rest of your life. And may God's hand rest over you both.